In today's video, we will be discussing the Economic Injury Disaster Loan, what funds are still available for that program. We will discuss the PPP, what funds are still available for that program, and if they're reinstating the PPP. Also, we will take a look at that proposed bill S4227. First, let's look at the EIDL program. The EIDL program right now, the last updated report is for July the 27th. And right now, there is over $200 billion left over in that program. There is about 3 million people who already been funded through the Economic Injury Disaster Loan. There's been talks that people are not still receiving their funding as fast, and this is probably due to claims. Over $250 million of fraudulent claims have been issued out from this program. So the SBA is being heavily scrutinized for the mishandling of these funds, and so now they're trying to really process applicants with a fine detail comb. And if you notice, I've been getting a lot of requests through my email because they're requesting additional information with their application for the EIDL loan program. And it could be they couldn't verify you as a business, your economic injury wasn't sustained, or whatever the case. But most of it is, most of the reasons that I've been hearing is their application is not verifiable or their business is not verifiable. So that's one of the claims. And so that's why there's been a slow pace of the SBA processing these applications. Now, for the PPP, as you know, August the 8th, which was last Saturday, was the last date for you to file for the PPP loan or the forgivable loan. They still have $134 billion left in that program. And so there is a lot of money available. There's been talk that Steve Mnuchin talked that money that's left over will be dedicated to those businesses that were heavily impacted from the coronavirus. And those businesses are the retail businesses, the restaurant industry, the travel industry, those type of businesses that were heavily impacted, and also minority business owners, okay? So I'm pretty sure that they are going to reopen the application for the PPP. So if you haven't taken advantage of the PPP yet, you may have another chance after they enact the phase 4 stimulus bill. Okay, so let's talk about the S4227. That $10,000 grant, I mean, if you've been following me for quite some time, and I've been, I do answer the questions truthfully. I really don't think this bill will pass. It does not have enough steam. So this bill is basically proposing that it is called the Ensuring Increased Disaster Loan for Small Business Act. It strikes out the $20 billion that was dedicated to the EIDL grants, and they insert the amount of $80 billion. So that's how you will see the $10,000 grant, or the remainder $10,000 grant if you did not receive it. Okay, $2 million is the maximum amount that they want to impose in this bill. Remember, Jovita Carranza, she made an executive decision. She decided to cap the loan amount at $150,000. So that cap, they want to ensure that cap is $2 million instead of that $150,000. And they want to have this program available to December the 31st of 2020. So the advances it will ensure that every business that applied for that EIDL program or the EIDL loan, you would get the $10,000 advance. And the administrator has no later than 15 days to issue out the people that already applied and received the grants, or they did not receive the grants. This is for legitimate business. And each new participant shall receive the $10,000 in a couple of days. But the monthly, and they want a monthly report on what they're doing. Okay? So this total bill is $180 billion that they're proposing. Now, who's to say that $200 billion that they have sitting there in the EIDL program is already dedicated funds, and they could actually reapply or rearrange those funds or redistribute it or reallocate those funds, reallocate those funds to this bill? Who's to say that? We don't know. But if you go to trackgov.us, this is a website where they give you the probability if a bill will pass. Okay, so trackgov.us, and as it sits right now, they're saying the probability of this bill passing is about 3%, because it doesn't have enough traction. They presented the bill back in July the 21st, I believe, and it was presented twice, and it was sent to the Small Business Committee. So, and right now it only has 5 Democratic senators that supports this bill and 1 Republican senator that supports this bill. Okay, so that's why trackgov.us is only saying that a 3% probability of passing. Okay, so that I'm not going to talk about this bill anymore because I think it's dead in the water. I'm just not going to talk about it. Okay, so put in the comment section if you are wanting to, or if you're in the process of waiting for your EIDL loan or waiting for a response. If you're in the process of reconsideration, if you have questions for me, put them in the comment section. If you have personal questions for me, find me on Instagram or Facebook. You can instant message me. I normally answer my Facebook and Instagram within a couple of hours if I see it. Also, if you are asking me for help, I implore you if you're asking me for help and what I did, I'm just going to tell you what I did. I'm not going to do the work for you, but I have had people ask me for help, and they really did not want my advice. They're telling me, or they didn't like what I had to tell them. But I'm pretty truthful. I'm pretty flat out, and I'll give you the information as I see it. And no, I'm not going to jump through hoops for you, because all this information is free. I hate to sound like that, but I got IM, and the person was mad because I didn't answer him right away. Well, number one, this information I'm giving you is free. Okay, you're not paying me for this information. And number two, I'm just giving you what I did and what my suggestions are. If you want that suggestion, you could take it and use it. But don't call me or instant message me demanding stuff out of me. I'm not about that life. Okay, I am sending all my good to you, and I will talk to you soon.